Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to your summer solstice and full moon in Capricorn reading for June 2022. Hello, welcome back. If you are one of my wonderful loyal subscribers, and if you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you find the content inspiring, helpful. That's always my intention. And speaking of intentions, we are going to set some good ones this month. For those of you that are in the Southern Hemisphere, I know that it's turning to winter. So I'm going to be focusing on the summer solstice. So feel free to take this how it resonates for you or apply it to 6 months from now when the summer solstice hits your area. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, just how to navigate the energy. How's that? So, I'm going to do a couple ritual things. I've got my tinctures here, my little symbols. So, for those of you with headphones, I will warn you before I get ready to ring those so you can turn it down. It's just going to be an energy clearing, collective sort of thing for you, should you choose to participate. And if not, that's okay too. Do your own thing. So let's talk about setting intentions under this beautiful summer solstice. And I know that we've got a lot going on. So the full moon in Capricorn at 1 degree, I got a fun fact here in a second about that, and the summer solstice and Cancer season starts. So we've got a lot going on in the same 24-hour period. So with full moons, we usually focus on releasing. And yes, that is true. And honestly, any time is a good time to release anything that no longer serves you. You don't have to wait for the full moon. But working with the energy of release is very helpful. So full moons are culmination. So at the new moon, in Capricorn back in January, if you journal or if you remember, take a look at what you were wanting to manifest. And how has that gone for you over these last several months? And if you are on your way, awesome, keep going. If you need to adjust the sails, you're not quite where you wanted to be, or maybe it's not the way that you were hoping things would go, that's okay too. So adjust the sails. Don't be afraid to do that. If things have gone completely off the rails, then maybe it's time to take an evaluation and see if maybe those manifestations weren't the best thing for you. Remember, redirection is divine protection. So just take a look with an open mind and an open heart. Leave ego at the door, let it play outside, let it not interfere too much. Ego is wonderful in keeping us safe. It has its purpose. Please don't get me wrong. It's an unhealed ego that says it has to look like this, it has to go like this, or it's not going to work. Change your mindset. We talk about that a lot here on the channel too. If you need any help with that, with changing your mindset, I am a certified infinite possibilities trainer. Shout out Mike Dooley. So if that's something that you're interested in doing and learning more about, all of my contact information is below. Feel free to reach out. We can talk and see, we'll design some sort of session package that fits for you. Yes, I do in person if you're local to my area, Northeast Ohio. If not, Zoom is a wonderful thing. It allows us to connect. So we can certainly do that. We'll build a package, don't worry. Lots of options, lots of opportunities. I want these things to be accessible for everybody, whether it's mediumship, distant Reiki, card readings, soul training, grief training, not training, grief. I don't want to use the word counseling because that gives a certain connotation to it, but grief sessions. So if you need any help with that, let me know. Otherwise, with this full moon, it's in Capricorn and it's at 1 degree. So here's the fun fact. We have the next full moon in July also in Capricorn at the 29th degree. So We've got a whole month of figuring out if sales need to be adjusted and what's going on, and a good period of reflection. So, Capricorn is the workhorse of the zodiac. Capricorns, I love you. You know that. My South Node is in Capricorn. So, find your chart. There's all kinds of free charts out there that you can take a look and see where things are for you. We all have everything in our chart. It's just a matter of where. Like my South Node is the only thing that I have in Capricorn. I have no planets there. That's okay. Capricorn's still in my chart. It's in a certain house, and there's lots of pieces to that astrological puzzle. I am not an astrologer. Please find someone who is way more versed at that than I am. Um, for those of you local, you know I love Angie, the astrologer. Yasmin Boland is the author of the beautiful Moonology decks, the Mercury retrograde book. I wish she would make a deck. Yasmin, if you're watching this, please make a Mercury retrograde deck. That'd be great. Thanks. So she's a very published Hay House author. I follow her for all things moon related, or seek out whoever resonates for you. So, with the Capricorn full moon, take a look, see where it is in your chart. If nothing else, if all of that is like wah, 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 peanuts wah, 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 to you, then that's okay too. If nothing else, just know that this full moon is a great time to reflect. Where are you in your career path? Because Capricorn is finances, career, good stuff. It's an earth sign. And it is a wonderful time to reevaluate. What am I doing right? Yay. Yay. I've done things right in the past. Woohoo. Where could I be a little bit better? Am I needing to tighten things up a little bit right now? Am I able to give freely? Am I in a position at work where I want to be? Am I in a soul sucking job? Whatever it is for you, take time to evaluate and adjust the sails if needed. We'll dive into it more here in the personal reading. But for now, I wanted to start with explaining to you all the things that are going on right now. So we also have, flip side, we have a beautiful summer solstice here. And this is the return of light and hope. Longest day of the year, shortest night. So lots of light, lots of opportunity. And the moon being full shines her beautiful light into the world. So lots of light coming in to shine. So I have the Priestess of Light Oracle that we'll be using as well as the Light Seer's Tarot, the moon deck for some affirmations, and we'll see what else we get into. But, and I might switch decks here and there. So as we navigate this beautiful energy with the summer solstice, being grateful for all the good stuff and letting the light shine in on any dark corners that need to be cleaned out. Maybe decluttering is a thing for you right now. Great. Very earth sign thing to do. Letting go of that which no longer serves you. So, when our hands are open to give, they're also open to receive. So as we release items that no longer work for us, for our space and alignment, or energetically, we let go of things or situations or people who have, people are here for a reason and a season. Not everyone is meant to go with us throughout our whole life. Most people do kind of come and go. So if it's time to let them go, let them go. Remember, you can't speak butterfly language to caterpillars, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with setting boundaries. I'm a huge fan. Highly recommend setting boundaries. But if you are keeping someone in your life just because, we've been friends for 25 years, well, maybe you're just very different people, and it's okay to be friends from afar. You can love people from afar. And it doesn't mean that you have to cut them out of your life and never speak to them again, but putting some distance between you is okay too. Or keeping to yourself the things that you plan to do next. There are going to be people who don't understand why you're switching jobs. What are you doing? You have such a great job. Okay, that's what you see. Let me tell you what I live. Everybody's always going to have an opinion. So, not everybody is your cheerleader. And it's okay not to tell everybody everything. The greatest piece of advice I ever received was about 10 years ago. Not everyone needs to know everything that's going on in your life. And that is because not everybody is your cheerleader. Everybody has an opinion, and you might start doubting yourself. If your soul is saying, knock, knock, hello, let's get moving on something different. And somebody else says, but you make such great money, or you work so hard to get to that position, or you have a great retirement. I have no work life balance. I have no flexibility. I've hit the ceiling. I'm as high up as I can go. Um, this is no longer in alignment. I opened my eyes. I let this light shine in. And now I see that this company doesn't align with my goals and morals and values. I found out that they're not green. They're not eco-friendly. They treat people like crap. It's no amount of money is worth that. Whatever it is. But you might start doubting yourself. So be very judicious about with who you share information. Moral of the story. So let's get into, okay, here's your warning. Ding, 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 danger, danger. There is going to be louder than that, a loud sound. So if you're wearing earphones or if you're somewhere that you might need to turn the volume down a little bit, here you go. I've got the microphone behind, but these things they pack a punch. So I'm going to ring them 3 times. I'm going to try to be as gentle as possible, but I do want this to be clearing. So set your intention now, whatever it is. Feel free to pause the video and know that you are in a very safe space, grounded, beautiful energy, safe bubble. If you are in a place where you can safely do so, close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, and then listen to this energy clearing sound. It's very high pitched. My cat usually doesn't like it. So here we go. Okay, loud sounds over. So as you enter into this beautiful time, this energy of the summer solstice, this full moon in Capricorn and Cancerian season, which Cancer is, remember the full moons are always in the opposite sign of the sun sign we're in. That's why it's in Capricorn this time around. Cancer is very loving and nurturing, and it rules the home, and it's a water sign, and it's very go with the flow. As much as it's a cardinal sign, it is something, there's something to be said about Cancer being very nurturing and loving. So there you go. All right. Let's get into the individual reading. Ooh, little extra ding for you. All right, Cancer. Hello, hello, welcome. So let's see what we've got going for this beautiful energy. And happy birthday season. I hope it's fabulous. I'm sure it is. All right. Ooh, all right. What do we have here? This is the moon deck. I focus on what is working. Number 14. Oh, yeah. So this is Artemis energy here with this archer. And she's telling you, see how her arrow is aimed up, which is, if you know anything about archery, it's a good idea. So her arrow symbolically being aimed upwards, aiming high, and focus on what is working. This isn't toxic positivity where you're like, oh, I only focus on the good. We have to acknowledge, because we do live in a 3D world with duality, that there are things that just don't work. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Remember, everything is either a lesson or a blessing. It's either, yay, it worked, awesome, which this card is saying, celebrate your wins, or it's, that didn't work, time to adjust the sails. Okay, that's all that means. And this beautiful full moon back here in the opposite sign of Capricorn, speaking of duality, and sometimes that can feel really icky to Cancerians. My North Node is in Cancer, and therefore my South Node is in Capricorn. It's fun. So Capricorn is the workhorse of the zodiac, the work. Capricorns, I love you if you are watching this for another placement or cross-watching, or you just like the title, whatever works for you. This is not to bash on Capricorns. It's just hard for Cancerians because this energy is so harsh in contrast, because you, my lovely Cancerians, are all about the home and nurturing and loving. And it's that duality between the yin and yang. It's the nurturing yin, receiving maternal energy, contrasting, I like that, contrasting with the working yang, masculine Capricorn energy. So it can be daunting to have to marry these two energies, but you can do it. So focus on what is working. Acknowledge that there are things that haven't worked, and that's okay. What did you learn from them? That's what you're being asked right now. What did you learn from what wasn't working? And evaluate right now. What's working? All right, let's keep doing that. And what isn't working? All right, let's adjust the sails. Ooh, love that. Let's pull from the Moonology cards. I've been doing each of these readings just a little bit differently. I'm an intuitive reader, so I just go with the flow. You understand that, right, Cancer? Being a water sign. The end of a tough cycle approaches. The full moon in Capricorn. Hello. Hello. Do you see this? Hello. Awesome. Yes, the end of a tough cycle approaches. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn's the taskmaster. Saturn wants you to learn the lessons, and sometimes we got to do it the hard way, and that's okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. So the end of something that has just been absolutely bogging you down, letting it go. Ooh, love that journey for you. I love Schitt's Creek. And this is the sea and salt and sea. I keep trying to say sea salt. It's the salt and sea energy oracle I'm using for the water signs. I love this deck. It's simplistic in its design, but the messages are very impactful, and I love it. Okay, we're gonna do this one. Ooh, letter in a bottle. That proverbial message in a bottle. So your message has been received. So if you're wondering if the universe is hearing you, like, hey, this was really tough. Yeah, we heard you. That's your confirmation right there. We heard you. No prayer goes unanswered. It might seem that way from our physical perspective, but our prayers are always answered. This one was right here. Clam, open up. It's okay to be vulnerable. Yeah, Cancer, my crabbies. Okay, let me go back to letter and then we'll get there to the clam. So it only seems like our message wasn't received. Remember, redirection is divine protection. Okay, so if the universe says yes, or the universe says not right now, or I've got something better. Okay, those three answers, always those three. And three's a very divine number. So this is saying, we heard you, we're working on it, or there's something better. Aim higher. Whatever it is, readjust. Lots of adjusting the sails energy here. And then clam, yeah, my crabby wonderful, amazing Cancerian friends. The clam is saying it's time to open up. You don't have to be in your hard shell all the time. And what's inside of clams sometimes? No, wait, that's an oyster. Just kidding. Never mind. Scratch what I just said. But I mean, maybe there is a message about a pearl. I know that's an oyster. Think about it. Okay. So the clam is about opening up. It's okay to feel vulnerable. You don't have to be so tightly gripped onto whatever it is you think it needed to look like or how things needed to be in an order. It's okay to readjust. It's okay to redirect. It's okay to try again. I mean, you're not going to hit the target every time. As long as you're on the earth plane, it's not going to happen. So it's okay to go back and to say, hey, where do I need to adjust, redirect, try again? Light bulb wasn't invented in one shot. All right, pull some tarot. Using my 5-card spread and the Light Seer's Tarot, because we are in season of light. Ooh, the High Priestess in reverse. Maybe you're not listening to your intuition. You're like, no, it has to look like this and it has to go like that. No, it doesn't. Literally, no, it doesn't. Okay, some redirecting and changing your mindset about all those things that we thought, the things that we were told by the grown-ups around us when we were kids, family, society, religious structures, whoever. Ooh, 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Wands, the Lovers in reverse. I'm getting everything all stretched out here. And the 10 of Wands. Okay, so what we're looking at here, crowning the reading, is 2 of Pentacles. This is equal give and receive. If you've heard me talk about it before, you know that give and take energy just sounds, even if somebody is willingly offering something, it just sounds so ugh. So instead, give and receive. Equal give and receive. Are things balanced? Remember, we got to take the good with the not so much. Everything is always working out for me is a fabulous mantra. With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, there it is. There's that redirection, that adjustment energy. The seed that I was planting wasn't quite working. So what do I need to do? We don't necessarily dig up the seed and see if it's okay. You could, but we pay attention to the soil, to the environment. Is it overwatered, underwatered? Is the soil rich with nutrients, or is it dry and gross? This is also representative of your root chakra, same energy. Is your root chakra dried up, or is it supple soil that these seeds can thrive? So maybe some root chakra work here. There's a lot of red going on. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, yeah, she's got the Magician's wand there. And when she's upright, she's super happy. So maybe you've lost your spark here and you feel like, ugh, I can't manifest anything. Everything I try, my wildflowers are actually briny, thorny weeds. And with the Lovers here, yes, it could be a romantic relationship, but this is also, in original tarot, it was called the choice. So head and heart, Gemini energy, head and heart decisions. Maybe you're thinking too much and you need to drop more into your heart space. What do you truly want? What do you truly desire in life? And the 10 of Wands. Put down that burden, Cancer. You do not have to carry it. You don't have to carry it all. I mean, she's got so much baggage. She needs to burden our poor little bull or yak or whatever that is. Our beast of burden. Maybe there's something about beast of burden for you there too. Let's pull a few more. What's your advice? What's your advice here? Woo, okay. Oh, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Don't worry about reversals. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a different way of reading energy and usually shows us where energy is blocked. Whoa. Ten of Pentacles. Flew out. And went, oh, and something else. Eight of Cups in reverse. So it's not, don't give up. Don't give up. Maybe you're on the right thread. Yeah, Three of Swords in reverse. Maybe you're on the right thread, but you just need a few adjustments. Maybe you need to learn something. I mean, everything's a learning experience, but maybe you need to identify Three of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe you need to identify some places where Eight of Wands, Ace of Swords upright. Okay. I know I'm jumping. Sorry. Apologies. So maybe you need to go learn something, increase your skill set, or add something like that to the table. Take an online Excel workbook class or whatever it might be. Do something to increase your skill set so that you're like, oh, I didn't know that. And this will make my life a lot easier. Or it diversifies your resume, or you learn something about yourself in this process as well. And it's the stability that you're looking for with the Ten of Pentacles. So Eight of Cups in reverse, maybe it's not time. Maybe you don't need to walk away just yet. Don't give up just yet, because you've got the Eight of Wands here. And it's like, look, there's a lot going on. This is communication and lots of go, go, go energy. So something, when you start listening to your intuition, when you turn this High Priestess upright and trust your intuition, even though it looks like you've been doing something wrong or the universe isn't answering your prayer, whatever it is, meditation brings answers. So, and it doesn't have to be you sitting in silence like a Buddhist monk for 4 hours straight. No, you can do a walking meditation. And some of the best guidance I receive is when I am doing something like that, like a walking meditation, or I'm doing dishes, because the mind, the ego has its place. It keeps us safe. Don't walk down a dark alley at night by yourself. Yeah, got it. Cool. Thank you. But when the hands are busy and the mind is busy, it allows everything to kind of slow down and you can receive that beautiful guidance that comes through. So you might have a lot going on. You might even have so much on your plate, like, I cannot fit in one more thing, one more class. I can't go back to school. I have no time for that. Okay, well, if that's the narrative that you're telling, then that's true. But there are things that are free or very low cost or easy or scholarships. So rewrite the narrative. This comes easily to me. I'm open to wonderful opportunities coming in. Three of Swords in reverse is great because this is the heartbreak card. When you look at it upright, yeah, that's a painful image. She's like screaming and holding her heart like, oh my gosh, this is painful. When we turn it upside down, those swords fall out and the heart can heal. And the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like you're too close. You need to take a step back, or enlist the help of other people and take their advice with a grain of salt. Everybody gives advice through their own particular lens, their own filter of experience. Lovely. Thank you. Take it with a whole salt shaker of salt if you need to, because everybody's got an opinion and they are happy to share it. But you're able to discern whether or not that is helpful. So, ask around, ask some people for some help. Hey, do you know of anything? Or maybe you overhear a conversation about a free lecture or webinar, or you're at the library. Libraries do stuff for free all the time. So pay attention to stuff like that. Get on YouTube and find a guided meditation that makes you happy. I'm going to start recording some. I just have to get the right software so that they're good quality. And they'll be available in the future. It's my 6-month plan. So stay tuned. And if you want to join my email list, link below, or you can send me an email, willowtreeheals@gmail.com. and let me know that you want to sign up for the newsletter. Portal, ooh, number 1. So this is the Priestess of Light Oracle. Infinite mind, awakening consciousness. So that's what turns this High Priestess right side up. Look how fabulous she is. Ugh, love it. They chose kind of a sepia tone for this deck in some of the cards, so it's kind of hard to see things on camera, but she's wearing this fabulous headdress, and she's very High Priestess energy. So I'll read from the guidebook. This card heralds the coming of a very powerful time for you. Ooh, who doesn't love that? It signifies no less than the awakening of your infinite and eternal awareness. Mm-hmm. A golden radiance circle encircles the crown chakra and third eye of this sacred priestess, representing the profound connections that reach from your own mind to the unlimited power of divine source. This is the portal to your ultimate, maybe intimate, ultimate experience of inspiration. So yeah, you can see it goes over her crown and her third eye. Gorgeous. The circle is a very real vortex of your eternal consciousness, which is being sent outward in every direction by the arrows. Oh, arrows, arrows. Of your intention and life force. And this reminds me, the universe is not a perfect circle. It's actually a spiral vortex. And I just heard Abraham Hicks getting in the vortex. So you can find that. There's a book. Through Hay House. There's some stuff on YouTube she publishes on YouTube. So maybe go check that out if it feels right for you. Getting in the Vortex, Abraham Hicks. Just as the rays of your own light move out into infinite awareness, so too do the rays of divine consciousness return to commune with you. Message in a bottle. Mm-hmm. This magical connection can change your life in spectacular ways. It heightens your intuition, helping you harness the wisdom of the universe throughout all of your experiences, great and small. When this card shows up for you, you'll find yourself making spontaneous, honoring decisions, trusting your choices, and clearly seeing the future potentials coming into your life. The portal marks a time of expanding consciousness. Open to the guidance of your own eternal mind and look to the future with confidence. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is High Priestess energy if I've ever heard it. Your affirmation, heavenly light opens my crown and brow chakras. Brow is third eye. I resonate with the eternal wisdom of my soul. I am divinely guided. Ace of Swords. Beautiful, beautiful energy here, Cancer. I love this. Absolutely love it. Let me know what's going on. Feel free to share in the comments. You never know who might need to hear your story or your, if you're a reader as well. Everything with positive intent and goodwill will remain. Anything that is spammy or gross or derogatory, you get blocked. So if you have something wonderful to contribute, you never know who's might be inspired by your story or might need to hear something that you have to say. So please feel free. As always, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Take care.